Hi class. Today we introduce about Introduction to Project Management. So this is our first chapter. Before we go detail for each phase of the project management, let me introduce what is a big picture about project management. You need to have an idea about the project management skill and project management definition before you go through every phase of the project management. Okay, before that, you need to know what is a project. Project is a temporary but unique. That means you have to solve the project, solve the issue that is a unique, that is a temporary. If you get the project that is not temporary and not unique, that means that is a generous and that is a routine work. That means that is not a project, that is a process. Okay, make sure you get the project. Make sure get the project is temporary and unique. You cannot take the project without due date. You need a project which have the duration of the time. So that is a temporary and unique to specific issues. Okay. Then, okay, why we need project management? Why we need to write down so many things in the project and document it? Why we need to follow so many steps in order to solve a single problem? Because communication skill is very important. If you didn't document it correctly, detailedly, they have some misunderstanding between each other. Let me go through the pictures as shown in the slide. Okay, how the customer explain to you? She need a seesaw, she need a string like that. So the customer say, I need a string something like advanced something like this. So you listen from the customer, you think that, oh, I'm the leader. Oh, the customer needs something like this. Through the conversation with the customer. After you understand the customer need, then you go to the designer. Designer, after listen to your description, the need from the customer, what the designer think. Oh, the customer needs something like this. Then after the designer design everything, plan everything, then go to the programmer for program the thing so that the product can come out from the machine. So the programmer think designer thought about what? Or the designer needs something like this. Then after everything have done, you go to the business consultant, you tell the business consultants, I need something, the customer needs something like this. Please do the budget or do the quotation regarding that one. Definitely the businessman need to give the higher quotation with higher spec. So the consultant of the business will give you something like this. After that, you need to do the project management. Suddenly you go to the project management documentation, nothing can document, so become like that. Because you only listen to your customer and you think about yourself, you digest about yourself, so you nothing to document and no any to help you to do any project management. So this is the one in your mindset. After that, you need to produce the product to the customer. Operator think what you need is something like this, simple as this, because operator normally need to do the simple work. How the customer was billed. After you conduct the everything, then you want to give the quotation to the customer, you give the high quotation because you want to more profit about your company. So this is the one. Then you want the support from the top management. The support. How it was supported? I don't have any idea. Actually, you go through so many process here. What your customer need is only this. So do you notice how important effective communication is? So you have to write down properly, show everyone what is a big picture, what is your idea, so that everyone can understand your aim, then go to the target in the same way, in the same path to aim your project objective. Okay, understand? Then what is a project success? What kind of the project can consider as a success? That means your customer memuaskan, your customer satisfied. Complete within a record time. That means you need to complete within before the due date. So that is very important for you. You need to complete it before the due date. So your company will be happy, your customer will be happy. Complete within the budget. Your accountant, your business consultant will be happy because within the budget. After that, the product accepted by the customer, no rejections. Okay, that is considered the project is success. What is the failure of the project? Not within the scope. Out of scope cannot solve my problem. You cannot give me what I want. You not achieve the objective. Beside that, poor requirement gathering. You don't have full information. You just do whatever you want. And no planning and no scheduling. That means you complete after 1 or 2 years, or the project definitely cannot complete within that year, during that time. So that is considered is a pro project also. Or your project required a lot of the budget. So high budget for you, lack of resource. So your design of your project must be within the scope. Don't think out of box too much. Please maintain in your scope. Okay, that is considered success or fail of the project. So now you need project management skill to help you to achieve the project aim, objectives, solve customer requirement. Remember, project management is predictions, is preventions. It's not recognition, it's not reactions. So the project management will help you to predict what will be happen, prevent what will be not happen. Okay? So project management is an application of skill, knowledge, to technique to meet the need and expectation of your customer, expectation for your industrial stakeholder of the project. That means who is the benefit in the project, that is your stakeholder. Okay. There are some key to control in the project management. 1. Scope management. You must make sure the scope is correct. Issue management. There is any problem to complete my project. Cost management. Budget. Quality management. Is it fulfill the quality or not? Communication management. You need to get the feedback and talk to stakeholder, talk to your top management, talk to your supervisor. Risk management. What is the risk for this project so that we can prevent it, reduce it, or accept it. Change control management. Always have backup plan for your project so that you have another way to complete it. So the most important is project management is the time, cost, and scope. These 3 things will determine whether your project is quality or not. So make sure always bear in your mind from now until the end of your project. Is it within the time, within the scope, within the budget or not? These 3 things is very concerned in project management. So if increase the scope, will increase the time and increase the cost. So your scope must be defined in earlier stage before you conduct the project. If your time is less, so you must increase the cost so that it can complete before that, reduce the scope because the time is not enough. Depend on you. And if you don't have the budget or you have the tight budget, increase the time, reduce the cost. Depend your constraint. What is the constraint for three main factors in your project management? Scope, time, budget. Okay. So we go through one by one regarding the scope management. Scope management primarily is define and control what is and is not included in your project. So you must define what is needed, what is nice to have, which one is correct, which one is not, which one is within your scope, which one is not. So that is a scope define. You have to define your scope before you start your project, before you present to the supervisor. Think about your duration of WBL, only 24 weeks. Now already after Raya should be after 4 weeks, so have 20 weeks. So remember your project must be complete within 20 weeks. What is your scope? What is a major issue in management? Continue with the story just now. This is a swing. So if the issue of the swing is the road is not enough, cannot handle the swing. So that is your current issue. So you must understand what is the current issue in your process, in your project, so that you can solve it effectively. Cost management. If you want to solve the issue in the project, you need to consider the cost, whether include the cost or not. How many resources I need? How many budget I need? How many quantity I need? How many operator I need? Quality management. Quality management, that means you can finish within the time, within the budget, within the scope, but make sure the quality is there. Make sure it's fulfill customer requirement. So that is a quality. Quality, that means no complaint from your customer, then the product is durable. Communication management. Make sure you can communicate with your team member, with your supervisor, with the operator. So the community management should be there. Risk management, that is a very important step. I always have the problem that is a risk problem. So make sure if you want to build the swing, make sure the weather is correct. Make sure the tree is strong enough to hold your swing. So that is a risk management. Risk management will cover in another subject. Okay. Then always have the backup plan. Change the control management. Define how the change to the project scope will be as good. So maybe you cannot use this kind of the solution. You can go to another method of the solutions. So this is a backup plan for you. Okay, product life cycle. Okay, after you understand all the issue management and key area of your project, so we will go through the project phase by phase. So this phase will cover you from the beginning of the project until the end of the project. So I will cover in the next video regarding the phase of the project life cycle. See you in the next video. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.